trunk, I open up, I sold my soul a good price, out of sight, my whole guy.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Diamond. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell so you get notified every single time that I post. And if you're not new, welcome back to my channel, guys. As you guys see by the title down below, I'm showing you guys pretty much how I set up for my YouTube videos and how I set up to film certain content and things along those lines, and giving you guys a couple tips and tricks that I learned throughout the process. And y'all best believe I came a long way, like a long way. I used to be in my college apartment, like room, pretty much with a different camera, and my ring light would be on top of my camera, y'all. I didn't even have a tripod or like a light stand or anything like that for my ring light. And there's nothing against ring lights. I think ring lights are good to start off with, and it definitely was like a good investment at the time. But once I realized that I was serious about YouTube and I wanted to better my content and quality for you guys, I decided to, like, you know, see what else is out there in the market, what else can help improve my content and quality and things along those lines. And honestly, all the products that I have and that I'm currently using are not that expensive. Besides my camera, I think that's the most expensive thing. But like lights and stands and everything like that, it's not like too expensive. I'll link everything down below on where I got everything at and things along those lines. But I just wanted to let you guys know, like, this was not always my setup. I came a long way. Honestly, y'all, the setup is still growing and it's changing and it's still developing depending on content, where I'm at and things like that. I just showed you guys what my setup is just for this setup right now that you guys are currently looking at and that you guys see a lot of the time. So without further ado, let's just get right into today's video. Okay, so this is what the before looks like before I set all the lights up, everything like that. Right now it's currently daylight, so this is what it looks like with the natural light shining in. But once I actually start to set up, the first thing I like to do is actually plug in my clock. This personally helps me when I'm actually setting up my lights, so I can see how the lights are hitting each object on the wall. That's another thing to keep in mind if you do have something on your wall or something that may reflect the lights or reflect the background or anything like that. So next thing we're about to do is start setting up our lights. Okay, so the lights that I will be using I got from Amazon. These actually work like super good and I actually do like them. My personal opinion, they are way better than the ring light. These I'm able to like change like the cool and like warm tone. I'm also able to strengthen the light and things like that. You can do that with a ring light too, but I feel like with these you have a little bit more control on where the light is hitting and how it's hitting, and I'll show you guys what I mean. And it's super simple to set up. I'm just setting up the light stand right now. Okay, perfect. So now it's all set up. Obviously still have to plug it in, but in the back is where like all the controls are, turning it on, the strength, the warmness, everything like that. But when I mean you can control the lighting is by opening these panels. I can kind of focus on where I want the light to be and things like that, or how I want the light to hit. So whether that means like putting the light down, lifting it up, but also putting the blinders on a little closer, things like that. Like I said, each setup is different and you honestly just have to play around with it. But okay, so now let me set up the second light and plug them both in so you guys can see exactly where I set them at and why I set the lights up where I do. Okay guys, I took a step back so you guys can see how I set up my lighting. As you guys can see, I have both lights over to the side and not really much in front of me, and I also have the lights raised so that it's looking down at me and not so much like directly on me and on my face. My personal opinion, that does not look good. Another reason I decided to do that is so that you don't really see the lights in any of the backgrounds of the photos, or it doesn't give a glare off or anything like that. I also do the same thing with this light too, have it raised up high, and then I can pretty much play with this to see how it looks on the background and things like that. But for the most part, this is what I do. Now if I will be doing like moving around or having like walking in and walking out, like poses and stances like that, what I will go do is start putting tape on the floor and measure where I need to be starting and standing at. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by that. Okay guys, so if I was also filming a video where I had to move in and out of frame or anything like that, something like my fall lookbook or anything like that, so that I keep the same look and the same frame up, something that I would do before I start is honestly put tape, and it's just honestly just painter's tape on the floor so I know exactly where to like start and end at, so that I'm in the frame and in the shot and it's consistent. And for me, consistency is key. So honestly, I'll play around with this, and something that I like to do is I put one right there, so that's where my foot like lines up, and I had to do like a pose or something where my legs were a certain like feet apart, I would obviously just put another one to make a T pretty much on the floor, so I know one foot will go right here, one foot will go right here, and the toe will pretty much be at the beginning of the line, something like that. So that will help me make sure I keep the consistency of the frame and everything like that when I have to do videos that involve me moving in the shot or coming in and out of a frame. Okay, so the next thing I like to do, depending on the video, this is not for every video, it's just for certain videos and certain styles, where if I was getting different angles of anything, like for example, if I was doing a lookbook or something like that and I wanted to get the front, the side, the back, everything like that, which required me moving the camera from one point to another, just like I did for this shot right here, I would pretty much do the same thing I did for when I would be moving, but instead of me putting it where I would probably be standing, I would be putting it right in front of the tripod like leg or stand, so that whenever I do move the tripod to another angle, when I want to move it back, I know exactly where it was, so that it's consistent and all the frames look the same. Okay guys, so this is what the back of each light looks like, and this is where I can see like what the max and minimum and the cool and the like warm. So this is what minimum looks like. It's pretty much off, and then I can make it a little brighter and brighter and brighter as much as I want it to go bright. And I also can have it go to warm to cool tones. So right now it's on a warm. That's what I like to shoot on mostly, just for my skin tone. But depending on what vibe and look I'm going for, I can obviously make it cooler and even brighter. Cool is more white, and like I feel like warm is more like orangey and things like that. So it honestly just all depends on the vibe that you're going for. But obviously you guys can see the difference, and yeah. Okay, so now that I have the camera in focus, I obviously changed my shirt, and there we go. I'm ready to sit down and start filming a video for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. All the products that I use, including camera, lights, tripod stands, everything like that, will be linked down below. I got majority of my things from Amazon. I think the only thing I didn't get from Amazon is my camera, but I'm pretty sure you can get the camera from Amazon. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Without further ado, I'll see you guys later. Adios, guys.